Tweet tweet. Oh, hold on. I think that this is still on. Oh, hold on. I think that this is still on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
here we go.
Hold on. I think that this is still on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
here we go.
Hold on.
I love it.
This is still on. Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right. So we're doing a whole bunch of new stuff today. Oh my god! I just broke the thread on my microphone. Oh my god. How does this happen? How do I do this now? Okay. Anyway, so we're doing a whole bunch of new stuff today, y'all. Welcome back. It is Tuesday, July 18th. All right, y'all. I hope you guys are having a great day. I just went through a whole bunch of like technical difficulties and sound checks and stuff like that. I was trying to get on at like 5 p.m. All right. I was telling the Discord I was going to be on at 5 p.m. But there was literally like 2 hours of technical difficulties that I had to sift through. So excuse me. I'm so sorry, but we're doing some major important new things today. Actually, that sound that you just heard, all of the repeating and everything, that was from Kick. The Kick stream is live. It is working. All right, y'all. We are now on Kick. We're now on Twitch. We're now on YouTube, and we're now on Facebook. We're on all four, baby. We're on all four. Okay. And as far as it goes, today is Topic Tuesday, where we are going to be talking about quite a few things in the world of music, just world news, gaming, and movies. All right, y'all. So welcome on in. This is the first of the series. And actually, it's not the first of the series. I should not say that. It's actually... I've had this for a long... This is actually the very first idea that I ever had to go live. Actually, the very first idea that I've ever had to go live. When I first started going live back in, what was that, like 2015, 2016 or whatever, this is what I did. And I had this idea, I had this whole entire script, and I was like, listen, we're going to talk about music news. And I like went through the script, went through all the news and blah, 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 blah. But of course, at that time, I was just getting into content creation. I couldn't really commit to it, so it stopped. But I feel like now is an awesome time to bring it back, and an awesome way to bring some content onto the channel, y'all. We have some important news in 2023. There's a lot of things that are going on this year, y'all. There's a lot of things that are happening. A lot of things. And I feel like this would be a good place to talk about it. So anyway, listen to this. All right. So I had some ideas. I wanted to like have this entire like news stinger and like a thing going on, but like, listen, I just like had to rewire my piano because I was performing, so I had it in my car, and then I had to like bring it out and like inside, and then I had to do a sound check, then I had to like make sure and like find out why in the world, you know, I just had a whole bunch of things that I had to do, and I just didn't have enough time to work through all the stingers. But just you'll know content. That's right, Taylor. How you doing, Tinker Tailor Sailor Drunk? It's been a while. How you been? But yeah, that's the name of the game, right? We got to put out some videos. So this is also going to be memorialized on YouTube. Finally, we have a freaking scheduled YouTube content coming out, like after 8 years or something like that. I don't know. I'm good. Better now that you're here. Oh, this is sweet. So nice. So cute. Y'all, so I'm not sure. I'm going to repeat what happened on Saturday. I think I announced it. It was either Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember, but either way, a few days ago, I made an announcement. It was actually Sunday. I made a big announcement. You can see right below over here, we have a new little logo over here. I want to like add like other like communities and other like sponsors, just like things that I vibe with, like right down here. I want them to be there. You know, I want. You know, so I want more now. It's like getting a tattoo. It's like you get your first one, you're just like, okay, now I need more. So that's kind of how I feel. But anyway, I joined Big Creator. It's a community of creators who are like the community focuses on Black, POC, HBCU, esports, and just connecting people in, you know, in gaming and entertainment. So it's very, very cool. I joined that community just over this last week, made the announcement on Sunday. And yeah, we also made a couple more announcements. We'll be having a music stream tonight. For the very first time, we're going to be playing some pianos, okay? Now, it's going to go a little bit differently because back in the day when I used to do the music request streams, I would have the music playing on the channel, and then I would like learn it live on the channel. I'm still going to do that, but I can't play it on the channel because now that I'm streaming to multiple websites, there's a lot of like fucking copyright shit and stuff like that that I have to worry about. So I can't play any like copyrighted stuff on the stream, unfortunately. But we will be still taking requests and playing some songs and playing some originals. So yes, music. I love this. This is exactly what I need. Yes, exactly, Tinker. Also, just a reminder, we are now live on Kick as well. Kick is going to be a big focus because I think it's just going to be a place where a lot of people are going to flock in terms of, you know, like I'm not sure about the ads and stuff like that. I have to see like exactly what the ad structure is on Kick. I actually haven't sat and watched a Kick stream for a long period of time, but that's the main issue that I was having with Twitch. A lot of people were saying like, I'm getting ads constantly. And I was like, I don't know how to do anything about that. And I know there is actually an ad manager that you can, you know, handle and stuff like that. I still haven't done that, and that's my fault. So I'm lazy, okay? I learned about that like 2 weeks ago from Clowns, actually. Thank you so much, Clowns Go Hong Kong. Hi, Chaotic. Yes, music. Music's coming out. Coming today. But anyway, let's get it started, y'all. It is... I'm waiting for it to play. Uh-oh, it's not playing again. Uh-oh, I think it's broken. Oh, here we go. I love it. Anyway, so y'all, let's see. So the very first thing that we should talk about, okay, we're going to be talking about hot labor summer. Okay, that's a big one. That's a big one. I'm playing, by the way, so I'll be in and out. Sounds good. So right now there is a huge thing going on with SAG-AFTRA. A lot of people are talking about it, and it is a big thing. There's actually a lot of strikes going on, a lot of people clamoring and saying like, I want more money, which I 100% agree. Being part of the music industry and understanding how streams are making literally zero money for artists, and it's kind of insane. But in either case, hot labor summer, AOC rallies UPS workers. This is actually a really cool video, and I don't know, I feel like AOC is always a champion. She's always like, just like, whenever I see her portrayed, like as far as herself in a public environment, she just gives off like strong, smart, and fucking put together. You know what I mean? Anyway, so and this is no bias. This is just me objectively looking at her and just seeing like how she attacks. I might not even agree with her sometimes, but at least she's just like, she says stuff that is just like really, I don't even know if there has been a time when I've disagreed with AOC. Has there been? I don't know. Probably. You disagree with, and like no one, and this is one thing with politics that kind of drives me crazy because people are like, oh, there's lie, they're darn. But the thing is that like no person is going to align with your beliefs 100%. And like we always have this like crazy delineation that we want to put on between like the libs and the conservatives, and like we want to like bash heads and like fight each other, but like at the same time, like I think that there's many more things that we want to do together than separately. You know what I mean? Like the important things, like not gay marriage, because I don't think that gay marriage really has much to do with but anyway, so there are certain things that are, you know, that there has to be a balance, you know, between libs and conservatives, and either way, the pitting of heads between each other is kind of fucking stupid in my opinion. AOC stands for an original champion. I feel that. That's actually brilliant. I love that. Anyway, watch this video.
This is about making sure that we not...
Hold on. Not just yet. Let's make it bigger. I also need to fix all of my hotkeys, so I haven't been able to do that just yet, but I want to make it a little bit more seamless. It'll happen soon.
Just
Don't worry.
demand better wages, equal wages for our part-timers, making sure that we're getting the dignified conditions, AC in trucks. But this is also about demanding respect. That's what this is about, demanding respect for our labor and for our workers. And we want you all to know that we have your back in this. We have your back in this. This shouldn't even be a fight. This shouldn't even be a fight. UPS raked in $16 billion in profit last year, and they're trying to say that we can't afford part-timers to pay them a living wage? I don't think so. I don't think so. However, we know that if it wasn't for you all standing up, that is always the nexus. If we don't stand up for ourselves, no one will stand up for us. Okay? No one will stand up for us. You all are the essential ingredient. Your courage is the essential ingredient to this.
Like, listen
Your
to her.
solidarity is the essential ingredient to this. And what we're here to do is to make sure that we're able to go out and organize the rest of our communities, our constituencies. And I can tell you that New York's 14th congressional district in the Bronx and Queens, everybody has your back in this. Everybody does. So keep it up, keep going, and we are incredibly excited to have your back. Let's remind them who's actually boss in this, and that's the workers. Thank you.
Boom. Mic drop. Like, I mean, honestly, I don't care who you are. Like, if you receive a speech like that and you have like a directive, you're trying to get something accomplished, you're like, yeah, I'm getting that fucking shit accomplished. Like, I mean, like, you are that is a rallying cry, dude. She is actually a badass. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Now that's actually not talking about SAG-AFTRA. That's talking about UPS, because UPS is having an issue with their workers. They're not being paid enough, and now UPS workers in New York anyway are striking, or actually the strike is impending. It will be starting as of August 1st. So I guess in addition to the Hollywood execs, UPS is going to have to start looking at their butts a little bit. Anyway, so SAG-AFTRA is actually a big one, though, because over the past 5 years, do you know that the top Hollywood execs, like the top streaming site execs, have received almost $500 million. 500 million. 500 million. Now, not only that, but then you want to compare it to what, say, for example, even an actor is getting. And did you know that the average actor, there's 160,000 people in the Screen Actors Guild, 10,000 people in the Writers Guild. And did you know that the average compensation for an actor is $27 and some change? $27. Have you heard Jane, by the way? She has a TikTok hit called Makaba, but the inside tip is a song called Come. I have not. Put it in the Discord. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, $27, dude. Not only that, but then like you want to see like the revenue that they receive from streams, from like digitally streamed movies and etc. It's like cents. Like there's one picture that was being sent around from some actor, and it was like 13 cents, like a combined 13 cents, like 5 separate payments combined to 13 cents for all of his recoverables from streaming. Absolutely ridiculous. Actually, there was a video that I just saw this morning of Snoop Dogg talking about it, and that was what I really wanted to show. Because Snoop Dogg is just like a badass. Like, he's also one of those people that's just like a badass. And like, if you ever hear Snoop Dogg, like, you kind of want to listen to what he says, just because like he's just chill, you know? He's just a cool fucking dude. He's probably high. Has a real chill demeanor about him. He's not trying to rush you. He's not trying to rush himself, you know. But then when he gets mad, then it's like, oh shit, okay, maybe you did something wrong. All right, so watch this.
Streaming got to get their shit together, cause I don't understand how the fuck you get paid off of that shit. Like, I mean, could somebody explain to me how you can get 1 billion streams and not get $1 million? Like, that shit don't make sense to me. Like, I don't know who the fuck running the streaming industry, if you in here or not. But nigga, you need to give us some information on how the fuck to track this money down. Because 1 + 1 ain't adding up to 2. That shit don't add up, and I have to say it. Because that's the main gripe with a lot of us artists, is that we do major numbers with streams and this shit, but it don't add up to the money. Like, where the fuck is the money? When I first came out, my records would sell based off of physical. If you sold 1 million copies, that means if $9.99, $9 million, you get this percentage, that's what it is. So if I sell how many streams, how much money do I get? It's not being translated, and it's not working for the artist right now, and I just want to speak to that. In the music industry, like, that's fucked up. And we need to find a way to figure that out, the same way the writers are figuring out. The writers are striking because streaming, they can't get paid.
Exactly.
Because when it's on the platform, it's not like in the box office. In the box office, if it does all these numbers, you may get an up. Oh, it did this many, here's another check. But on streaming, you got 300,000 hours that somebody watched your movie. Where's the money? And I know I'm going off a script right now, but fuck it. This is business. This is business. You know what I'm saying? This is a room full of business people, and somebody may hear this and be able to do something about it, so that way the next artist don't have to struggle or cry or try to figure out how to get to his money. Because some of these artists are streaming millions and millions and millions and millions of fucking streams, and they don't got no millions of dollars in their pocket. So I just wanted to say that.
And that's it. And it's so true. It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. I remember when I was getting streams from, I had my song syndicated in, it was in the EU somewhere. I think it was in Sweden. Wasn't Sweden, Norway? I don't know, somewhere. I don't know those places anyway. I have no idea about the geography of those places, and Tinker Tailor are probably gonna make fun of me for that. But anyway, so when I had my song syndicated on the radio over there, I would get my streaming check, and it would be like 5 cents, 6 cents, 2 cents, 1 cent, and it's like, oh wow, amazing, thank you so much, wow, oh geez, I'm whole dime richer. Like it's absolutely, it's I should stop saying absolutely insane. Okay, I'm trying my best to like take that out of my vocabulary. All right, I'm, you know, so as far as it goes, he's true. He's talking the truth. He's speaking the truth, and it's not making sense because these motherfuckers at the top are getting so much money. Like, not gonna lie, that 5-year figure, or I'm sorry, that 5-year figure for the top execs. Like, we don't have any like comparison for like for example, like a top streaming artist or something like that, like to see how much they're getting in comparison. However, I can guarantee you it's not nearly as much as what these top execs are getting. I'm going to show you. All right, we're going to pull it up on stream. Okay, we're going to talk about it.
I don't understand how the fuck you get paid off of that shit.
And they are making art essentially worthless. 100%.
I mean, could somebody
100%, because the whole thing about art, the whole reason why art is popular, because art gets attention. Okay, art draws people in. Art tells a story. Art can communicate things. Art can, like, I'm all about peace, love, progression. That's something that is going to emanate from like all the things that I put out. So like that is, it's a communicative device, and it deserves its fair compensation. Without the music, the industry wouldn't exist. Okay? And like their whole, shtick is almost like the whole AI shtick, where like they're saying that, oh, it's out there. There's so many things out there that we can, like, just, since you want to come to us so bad, the demand for this type of service is so high that essentially we can do anything that we want, and we can just steal from you. That's essentially what's happening.
What's your favorite game?
Aw. Thank you, Dale. Thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. Where's the thing that I want to show you? So let's look at this. Top Hollywood exec salary, or not even salary. It's just take home. Take home pay. All right. Top Hollywood is that made $500 million between. So I love this. I think that this is a very important figure. Okay, I think this is a very important, you know, thing to look at. However, it's not like it. I don't necessarily like to look at long periods of time like this, because specifically in number 1 over here, David Zaslav. He is, I think, the CEO. I want to say the CEO for Warner Bros. Discovery. He received a humongous, essentially residual, or it was like a stock option bonus in last year in 2022, which was like $250 million. I think it was $246 million. I think that was exactly what it was. Regardless, his salary is absolutely crazy, and especially to make $500 million, $500 million off of this alone, like clearly he's involved in other things. Like this is just his take home pay. This is not including like all of his other, you know, assets and stuff like that. So whatever. But just this take home is really, really mind blowing. But I want to see years by year. I made a piano video yesterday, and it's just been running through my head all day. We might play it today. Maybe we'll play it on the piano. It's just like, it's like a sad song. It's something that's sort of like pensive, and it's like, but it's like an earworm, and it just sticks. It sticks in my head. All right, let's see. I should have taken, like, I have all these little citations and these little websites to go to, but I didn't take this one. I should have taken this one. But don't worry, this is first episode things, okay? First episode. $500 million is too much in a paycheck no matter what. $500 million in wealth is too... Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. That's really the thing. That's honestly the fucking thing. And you know, the even craziest part about it is that, like, $1 billion isn't even the cap anymore. $1 billion used to be a lot of money back in, like, 1970. Now, there's multi-billionaires. There's multiple people who are multi-billionaires who are just walking around with, like, all of this wealth. And granted, a lot of their wealth is vested in assets, okay? But the vast majority of that wealth is definitely in some, like, account. I don't want to say offshore, but there's probably offshore accounts too that are helping them out. And then it's just staying there and then building wealth, which is essentially charging interest, which is creating money out of nothing, which is bullshit. So don't even get me started on economics, man. Don't even get me started. I don't know where it is. Let's see, we'll find it. See, I found it off of Twitter before, so like it was just in a thing. I imagine that it would be. Let's see, top 10 Hollywood execs. Take home by year. Now I want actual receipts, not just the, oh yeah, this is kind of what they make. Man, I should have freaking copied it. I know it's on Twitter. I'll have to search for it on Twitter. Maybe I'll post it in the Discord or something. But I know for a fact that it was like around 40 to 50 million that like the top Hollywood execs were making per year, without any of those bonuses and all that other stuff that like gets tacked on like every so often that will like boost their entire value by like 10 times. But like it was like there were some at like 20 to like 25 million, and then it went up to 50 million. But I wanted to show you, so. Unfortunately, I don't know what the fuck it is, but in either case, it's excessive. Let's call it that. Excessive. And then let's see. You know, honestly, I found it off of Twitter. We could probably just go over here and then over here and then go over to my like. Don't look at my likes. Don't look at my likes. Just kidding. I don't really like anything crazy. I know y'all. Do y'all like anything crazy on Twitter? I'm not like that. I'll be doing that. Okay, I did like something from the... Okay, so here we go. This is one of the articles that's very important, okay? But this one just talks about that 500 million over 5 years. And this is actually what they're aiming for. Okay, the annual cost of the SAG-AFTRA, DGA, WJ contracts, you know, after what they're asking for, essentially, in the strike, may be 450 million to 600 million a year, Moody's estimates. All right. And then compared to, you know, the Hollywood execs and stuff like that, apparently it would be like, and now this is also going to be like a really high estimate as well, but as far as it goes, the execs, there was a person who ran some type of you know, estimate, and they said if the top Hollywood execs would take a 2% pay cut, that it would cover the majority of what they were asking for. But there was a article in here. And in addition, Netflix took in like 13 billion last year. And then they pour all of their money back into production, into shows that they cancel the next year. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Okay, so this is one of them. This is actually Robert Iger. I think he's working Disney, I want to say. He made 46 million one year. That was an interesting one. There's also, I think this is all of the Disney people, so like this is Robert E. Chapman, the CEO, and I think this is Disney, I want to say, but oh yeah, this is Disney, yes. I don't want to give y'all misinformation, you know, there's enough of that out there. This is in 2021 for Netflix, but I believe last year they made 13 billion, didn't they? 2022 Netflix financials. Oh, actually they made 4.4 billion. Oh. Imagine. So Zaslav, that is, hey Chico, what's up? You sent me 3 songs on Discord now? Stopping now not to overwhelm you? Okay, sounds good. And I'm not on Twitter? That's actually probably a good thing, because Twitter is becoming a hellscape, very honestly. Elon is doing just the worst types of things on Twitter, and it is not helping anybody. And unfortunately, it is adding a lot of conservative voices onto the platform that exist just to hate and like spew just bullshit. It's kind of, and it's, I mean, I'm say conservative because I actually have very little issue with actual conservative people, but they use the word conservative to cover up their racism. It's not it's racism. Conservative racism. It's racism. Nothing much is being manic. Okay, well, I hope I hope you're not going too crazy over there, you know what I mean? Anyway, I want to know where the hell that one thing is. I was reading it before this morning. It's on my phone. Can't believe I can't find it now. Anyway, in either case, I think that the strike is completely warranted. And actors and writers, and as well as the other people behind the set, deserve to have just as much of the share of the pie. I don't want to say if not more. However, you can clearly see with big budgets how much they'll favor the principal actors, which is like everybody should be able to share in that. And then in addition, if, say, for example, Netflix is able to make $4.4 billion in profit, you know what it was? It was 13.1 in revenue. That was the thing. But anyway, $4.4 billion in profit. In profit. That's after expenses. Then they should be able to accommodate the people that are, you know, giving them content to put onto their platform. I should go on strike too. What we doing? Today's Topic Tuesday. Conservatism is legit, hate is not. Exactly. I mean, like, I have certain things that I'm kind of, you know, I align sort of conservatively with, you know. For example, monogamy. For example, that would be like one thing that's very, you know, I have a very conservative mindset on like relationships and monogamy. But like, at the same time, that's not racist. That's not racist. It's not homophobic. Okay. But like, it's really unfortunate, honestly. Oh my god, I love topics. Yes, Chico. We used to do this a long time ago, back when I first started streaming. We used to do Topic Tuesday. I started and then I fell off because I was working and there was a whole bunch of things, and plus I was just getting out of school, so I didn't really know what I was doing with my life, and etc. So now I think it's a really good time to bring it back, and I think it's really fun because there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Okay, so we just talked about AOC. AOC was rallying UPS workers. SAG-AFTRA, we just went over that. Okay, it's hot labor summer, y'all. Everybody's striking. We're about to picket everybody. Okay, walk outside, grab a sign, start yelling. Okay, do it. It's about time. It's about fucking time. Do it. Okay, so now let's talk about music. So in either case, Snoop Dogg was talking about SAG-AFTRA. Okay. And Snoop Dogg was talking about how, you know, like the streaming revenue and everything like that was, you know, absolutely blown to smithereens and that they need to fix it. So I won't be surprised if musicians want to strike too. Tour right now is a very good time for music. The Renaissance Tour took in $154 million in EU. Now, I don't know if this is actually, I want to say that this is after expenses and everything. Like, I don't know what the expenses would be for a tour. I know there are extreme expenses. I don't know if it's exactly like $1 million expenses. However, I think that's revenue. Yeah, it's just gross. So that's just tickets sold. So $154.4 million, dude. $154.4 million. That's just for EU. That's just EU. And now the Beyonce tour started on, I forget what date it was. It was like May something. okay, is going until September 27th. Okay, so that's a long ass time. However, it's only been 2 months thus far. It's been May through June, June through July. Now we're going July through August, and it's all in America now. It's all in America now. And I feel like we would be spending more than the European leg of the tour. And plus, there's a lot more time left. There's 3 months left, right? August, no, actually, it's about halfway. Well, July through August. August is, yeah, it's about halfway. So, y'all, I don't know. Beyonce is acting crazy right now. You know she fucking raking in the money. Oh my goodness. I need to see it too. I need to see it too, Chico. I actually was talking to a guy from Tinder who just went to see it in Philly this past Thursday. I was like, oh my god, tell me how it was. Rate it 1 through 10. Rate it 1 through 10. Actors and writers just want a middle class life. They aren't even going for upper class, and the studios won't give them that. Yeah, I mean that's really the thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like $27, the average $27 for actors? No, come on, 27. That should at least be $40 at the very least for acting. Come on, they take in so much money. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of independent products. There's a lot of like, off Broadway. There's things that are, not exactly funded by like, Hollywood going on when we're talking about the world of acting. However, like as far as averages go, the people who pay the money should be paying the money. And the thing is that on TV, it was bad, but it used to be more lucrative because TV syndication pays more than streaming. Now that everything has moved onto the streaming end and everything's on demand, they want to withhold the money, which is absolutely BS. It's I feel like streaming gave them the option to rewrite the rules in a way that favors them even more. You know what I mean? It's really crazy. What I heard, Beyonce is good, but she's not an artist that I want to seek out. Okay, listen, not everything is for everyone, okay? And also, it's okay to be wrong, okay? It's just okay to be wrong. But no, I'm just joking. Beyonce's amazing though. I love Beyonce. Not you on Tinder. Is he hot? The thing about hotness for me, and I was just talking on Reddit this morning. I'm on everything now, y'all. I'm like everywhere. But anyway, I was just talking on Reddit this morning. Like it's hot is very subjective because in order for you to be hot, you have to be like I have to like know you. I'm strongly saying that I'm a demisexual at this point in my life, and I didn't really know what that concept was when I was younger, but like I definitely understand myself more, and like I need that like personal, like I know you and I'm like, oh wow, you're fucking hot as hell, like that's what I need. So like I see his picture, he's cute, I guess, whatever, we'll see what happens. I feel like I'm looking more for friends on Tinder now, honestly, because I'm tired. I have one gear. Okay? I have one single gear when it comes to relationships. All right? And these motherfuckers are not the right gear. They're not the right size. They're like different, like, I don't know. They got different specifications. Okay? So the gear that I'm looking for, the cogs that I'm looking for are not present currently in my life. Or at least not close by. Like pay your own bills and not be a scrub. Yeah, you need them to be a person, not just a body with a face and gender. Yeah. And I feel like I was talking about this in the gay subreddit earlier on today, because there was a person that like just posted and they were like, I just made a mistake. I have this rule of 10 dates before anybody can have sex with me, and that's just so that they don't use me because I don't like feeling used. And I made a mistake because this guy, I just had a date with him, over the weekend, and then we had sex on the first date, and now I don't know if like I don't know how to feel because he's not responding to my texts. And like I was just talking about it. And there was, you know, I was just saying, you know, obviously I think the consensus of the Reddit was just that, number one, it's only been a day. Okay. Number two, like, it happens. Like, that's literally the gay, that's I mean, not even the gay world, that is the world, you know, like, people just ghost you, and it's fucked up, and like, you can be expecting more and people don't reciprocate it, and it just ends, and that's just the way it goes, unfortunately, and it's fucked up. It is absolutely fucked up, but it's just the way that's the way the world is. You know, you can't change things, but you can change yourself, you know? And so I hope that you know, and I wrote, and I was like, I hope that you just, you know, it's a lesson learned, you know? But in either case, there was a person that commented and said, specifically that, well, you know, like, this 10-date rule isn't really, you know, like, practical, because for me personally, if a person doesn't sleep with me within the first 3 dates, then I think that they are, you know, that they're not interested, and I'll just move on. And then I responded, and I was like, well, there's a lot of things that go into compatibility, and sex is just one of those things. And it's perfectly fine for you to prioritize those other things, because as we know, in the gay world, and in the world probably in general, but specifically very much in the gay world, like, the reliance on sex as a relationship factor is it's over reliance, and it's pretty blatant. And, you know, like, I do think that 10 dates is pretty extreme. I feel like that's sort of like a personal thing. Like, you know, like, with the way that I work and I go out, like, if I'm going to have a date with a person and I feel like the date has progressed long enough for me to start to understand that person more, then I'll be more open to doing things with that person. But I mean, I'm still not gonna have sex on the first date. That's not something that I do anymore. Used to, back in the day. That was crazy. We don't talk about those days. Those were the before times. I think everybody should be a hoe at one point. I think everybody should be a hoe at one point in life. Everybody should be a hoe. Like, just get it out of your system, you know what I mean? But in either case, you know, I was saying that, you know, it's perfectly fine for, you know, actually, do you guys want to see you guys just want to see the Reddit? I'll just show you the Reddit. Oh, I gotta log in. Ugh. Can I continue with going? Wait. I think I can continue. I hate remembering passwords, dude. I hate it. No. Fuck you, man. I'll read it from my phone. Also, okay, let me read you. Let me read the chat, by the way, because I was on my little diatribe over there. Hi, clowns, how are you doing? By the way, this is Topic Tuesday. Okay, we're gonna be having Topic Tuesday all the time, on every Tuesday. Okay, we're just gonna be talking about shit. This is just chatting. We're just talking about stuff. I have my little topics that I prepared for y'all. Okay, and we're just having discussions about things, music, news, gaming, and movies related. I feel like I would argue with people all the time on Reddit. Actually, I feel like Reddit's a nice place, depending on the sub, because there are subreddits that are just like, yeah, let me just get out of here. I would say I would never hook up on the first date, but if they're cute enough and say the right things, I think you still a hoe, Chico. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Oh my god, like if they call me pretty, listen, the bar is set in hell if that's all they need to do. By the way, hi clowns. I wanted to say hi, but I was in the middle of my little speech, and like once I say something else and like I derail, so I just have to keep going. But anyway, I love you, and yes, we do need more sluts. Everybody slut it up. Now that I think about it, I never hooked up on the first date. I've been on like 2 dates, to be honest. Oh. You never on the first, I'm just talking about a hookup. Have you ever had a hookup? You've definitely had a hookup. Don't be coming around here talking crazy. All right. I know what you be doing. All right. Clowns, have you never had a hookup? If you've never had a hookup, actually put a 1 in the chat. It's interesting. As a nominal speaker, I feel like that's like just like the overall just like very common thing. Like nowadays, like hooking up is just like the thing that everybody wants to do. That's why I've been fucking celibate for the past like fucking forever. Okay. Like the last person was like my ex, and that was a year ago. We cut off, bitch. It's over, ho. Okay? Closed for business. Anyway, as a nominal speaker of straight people, we also have vastly differentially meaning and expectation towards sex. I would think so as well. I agree with that, Tinker Tailor. One ghosted me and the other I ghosted them. Absolutely true, Tinker. If you've never ghosted a person, put a 2 in the chat. If you've never ghosted, who are the people who's never? I've ghosted like 1 or 2 people. I don't think I've ever like broken a heart ghosted though. I've just like, you're crazy ghosted. Or at least I think that you're crazy ghosted. Also, I think it does come down to individual people. True. Taco Tuesday. I mean, if I had tacos, listen, we could turn up. Should we have tacos on the next topic Tuesday? 90% of Reddit poopy. Discord notif sounds. I don't know why that keeps happening. It should be automatically going on to streamer mode. Stop being stupid. I guess my settings are just like busted, but I don't know when that setting changed. It's set to automatically enable disable, but it doesn't actually enable or disable. So that's cool. You see how Kyle be reading me? I know your ass, Chico. I think Tiff and I dated for at least a couple months. That's the way that I am. Like in my first relationship, like I did have like a spurious gay awakening. I will say that. Not awakening, I should say, but gay loss of virginity. I had very, very just like, it was extremely sus. Maybe I'll tell you guys about that story one day. I've always been a very romantic person. I've always been looking for love. I've always been looking for a fucking relationship. I just want to fucking like cook soup with someone and just like lay on the bed and just like eat fucking soup. That's all I want. Just like, why can't we eat soup? But in either case, my first relationship, it took us like 3 months, and I was like, nah. And like we would make out, and like we would be like kind of like physical, but we wouldn't take it all the way to sex. So like, and that was off of my boundary. I was like, no. But then, so it was like 3 months, and then in my last relationship, it was like a good like 1.5 months, 2 months. So like, it takes a while for me to like get to know a person. So, and then at that point, then it's like I'm what's that? But there was a moment in my life where I was definitely going out and being reckless. Fucking-less. I've never had a hookup. Clowns. Pog. Actually, I think that's like that's an amazing thing, and I feel like people who are like that are stronger because of it. Because I feel like all of my hookups have been completely worthless. 100% worthless. 150% worthless. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. In my experience, it's true. You don't argue too much if you have a good sub. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like if you find a good community of people, or just people who are like, you know, interested in something that you like, generally there are some kind of disgusting fans, like, but in either case, like I joined the Honkai Star Rail community. Like they're cute, they're nice. Don't join the Honkai Star Rail NSFW Reddit. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Do not. I had some stalk me afterwards. That's why I had to cut it off, because like some people are like legitimately crazy and like it's ridiculous. I'm too into like the emotional side of things. Me too, clowns. Wait, what about your ex? Just it took like about 1.5 months for us to, you know, finally do. Because I was like, no, not right now. No. And 2, you've never ghosted a person? See, clowns is like the literal freaking saint of this chat. Oh my goodness. Clowns, you're beautiful. How do you not ghost people? I don't know. I like talking. Professional. I knew I was gay in elementary school. Same. But I didn't do anything with the guy till senior year of high school. It was when I was 16, 17. When I finally did something. But I was like, oh my goodness, I was such a little, okay, so anyway, we're getting off topic, but it's fine, it's just chatting. But anyway, I was this little, like, I was so like romantic, and I would like write poems and like shit, and I never sent anybody a poem, but I did write like 3, I had like 3 crushes from like middle school to high school, and I like sent them all like my like, oh man, I really like you, like AIM message or text or whatever it was. And it was really unfortunate, because although I wanted that like high school dating experience, I could not find it, because every single person that I was attracted to was straight as fuck. So unfortunately, when I graduated, I was like, what is this thing all about? And I guess I am telling you the story, but it was a Craigslist hookup that like was my virginity. And like, it was legitimately the sketchiest shit I've ever done in my fucking life. And I can't believe I actually did that. But yeah, so like that was like, and I'm glad actually they closed those whatchamacallits. And I'm glad, because it's not a good place. It's not a good place. I knew it was by when I was like 13, 14. Kyle out here fucking with Reckless Abandon. It was actually very reckless when I was like mid-20s, and it was because I was rebounding. I didn't do anything in the meantime. Like there were a couple like college things, whatever. You know, you make out, you go to a party, you make out, whatever. But I didn't do anything after that first instance, and I was like, I'm never doing this again. So in college, you know, like I would party, I would, you know, meet a couple people, but I was like a bigger kid. I was very large. I was like 350 pounds going into college. So like, number one, I wasn't like looking to, you know, do much with anybody in the first place. But it's like when you're a bigger person, especially in the gay community, like you're just not looked at, period. Unfortunately, that's just the way, at least that's been my experience. So I hope anybody, I mean, I think that it's sort of like a universal experience, but who knows. But in either case, in college, you know, I had my boyfriend. That was my last 2 years of college. My senior year of college, and then the year after, going into the year after. After we broke up, it was just a rebound situation. So I was like, you know what? I lost all this motherfucking weight. I'm like 150 pounds lighter. I'm 180 coming from 350. I'm gonna go to a motherfucking club and I'm gonna fucking go crazy. So I went fucking crazy. And, you know, I was always safe. Thank God. I had very good sex education. Okay. Very important. Sex education. All right. Conservatives. Anyway, so it's thankfully very safe, but throughout that experience, throughout that entire like getting drunk, going to a club, hooking up with someone experience, it was just like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just horny. One of the signs I knew it was gay because I watched Howl's Moving Castle and saw how I was feeling things. Y'all, I'm so late with this. I'm like 5 minutes behind on the chat. I'm so sorry, but anyway. I'm like, why do I want to kiss this man? Oh, and yeah, Tiff and I lived long distance for the first 2 to 3 years of a relationship. Definitely helped us get a lot closer. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if I could do a long distance relationship. I don't know. I feel like I could become long distance friends with someone, and then they'll, you know, like move closer or something like that. Then we can have a relationship. But I don't know if I can actually do a long distance relationship. The Hallgate Awakening, TY Studio Ghibli for confirming my sexuality. Not the straight man love story. It was terrible. High school was terrible. Yeah, Craigslist. Yeah, that was a thing. You go to a party and make out? Yes, T. Let's do it next. No, I was just joking. Anyway, what did I walk into? We're talking about all the crazy shit that I went through. This is Topic Tuesday, by the way. We'll have this on every Tuesday. But this is just a just chatting stream. I'll be talking about a whole bunch of things, but I do have my little prepared set of topics over here, which this is not one of them, but we're talking about it anyway. I was a slut in college, low-key. Listen, I feel like everybody should be a slut at one point, okay? You better listen. I feel like you need to, at least you need to experience, you need to understand yourself, okay? And while I do think that my entire, like, hoe phase was, like, worthless, I do think that I did grow from that. You make mistakes and you grow, you know? So now I can be my holy nun. I can go into my Holy Mary phase, and it's fine. In the US, low-key surprised? Oh, yeah. LD is fucking hard, bro. Wait, what's LD? LD? And the worst was when I had to drive home alone 6 hours. Oh, long distance. Oh. I mean, that I feel like that. You're right. Right. And the other thing about it is just that, especially, but I mean, like, everywhere. But I feel like especially, you know what I mean? People do not want to be monogamous. People do not like commitment, period. And it's frustrating, but it's, like, just true. And, like, I don't know if I could trust a person. How do I trust you? I don't know. But it's different if I'm just a friend. Like, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. My emotions aren't in it, you know? So that's kind of how I have to play it out, because, like, I just, you know, I want to be that romantic, just like, I'm gonna buy you flowers and I'm gonna fly you, you know, we're gonna go places, we're gonna take a vacation, we're gonna get married in 5 years, you know, we're gonna have fucking automatically whenever I get into a relationship. And, like, I feel like I'm almost vilified for it because people look at me crazy and they're like, you wanted to text me after we had sex? Like, they literally, like, they look at me like I'm fucking insane or something. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm crazy. I guess I'll just move on. I think the rudest thing I've ever done with the hookup was when I was this guy and he was at the top and I was in the middle of the business said, oh, that's actually kind of, yeah, that's kind of fucked up, Chico. I don't know how we did either, but we just did, and we were also friends before we dated. I'm glad that you guys made it, clowns, because it's a very impressive thing, and it's a rare thing. So I'm glad you guys made it. And he froze. Like, one of my friends from college, let's call him C and M. Okay, they've been going out for, like, forever, and I'm like, y'all are, like, just everything. Just, this is what I've always. Come on, like, I cheer them on every single time I see their pictures on Instagram. I'm just like, yeah, you guys fucking go, man. You keep fucking dating. Actually, they just got married. And I love it. Because you just don't see that. You don't see that very often in any community, straight or gay. So, like, I don't know. One day, man. I'm 33 years old. We'll get there. We'll get there. I think we just kind of knew based on experience and knew how each of us was. That's cool, clowns. Yeah, Chico, that's reckless. That is reckless. That's like the epitome of recklessness. Okay. 8 years this year. Ooh woo! I love it. Uh-oh. I hit a button and then my stream deck busted. Anyway. I don't know why it's not giving me the proper names for my buttons, but it's okay. I've had an entire 5 hours of technical issues. It's fine. No worries. It's perfectly fine. Please not. That is very reckless. That is absolutely, like, I would at least shut up and just not text them back or something. That's in the middle. Nah, that's crazy. Oh my goodness. Anyway, back to the important stuff. The Renaissance tour has begun in the US. Okay, the Philly leg actually just hit this past Thursday or Wednesday or whatever. And they made $154 million in the EU leg of the tour. Absolutely crazy. Beyonce is rolling in the cash, and she absolutely deserves it because the way that she performs, definitely 150 million billion quadrillion % one of the best entertainers of all time. All right, y'all, just to put it down there, even if you might not like her, she is the entertainer of like anyway. In addition, y'all, I just want to do a little shout out to these girls over here. Flyana, not only are they having the time of their lives right now because they're getting all this recognition from their song, what's it called? I want to say it's called like Wait or something, huh? I'm gonna bounce. Been fun. I need some music. Might be back afterward. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Taylor. We'll see you. But after the honey, Chica, you keep talking about Honey Balenciaga. Okay, listen. Honey Balenciaga does not know you. Okay, you ain't gonna do nothing to Honey Balenciaga because if you try to mess with Honey Balenciaga, you're gonna get punched in the face by a security guard. Okay, and nobody wants to see Chica get punched in the face by a security guard. All right. Just leave Honey Balenciaga alone for the moment. But you can drag them on social media as much as you want. You know what I mean? Wait, you ain't punching no. You ain't a dog walk nobody, okay? Anyway, I just wanted to send a little shout out to these girls. Flyana Boss. I just wanted to just show and like, whenever you're getting major virality like this, it is not just one thing. Okay, it is never just one thing. There's so many things going on in the background. I just hit my microphone. And there's so many things going on in the background. And just to let you know, the musician that is in your life, the artist that is in your life, that is working 100% on their art, is working harder than anyone else that you know. I guarantee you. So if anybody is doing original work near you, support them. Okay, help them out because it is so much that you have to do. Period. So much. But in either case, I wanted to show off their Instagram. I just found their Instagram today. And it has so much life, dude. It's just glowing. And of course, it's all the same song. Yes, like if you know anything about marketing, like you have to drill things into people's heads. So you have to do things over and over and over again. And you also have to have an original concept of that same idea each time. So I just want to, I want to give them their props because their Instagram is just like 100% just like, I want to click on every single one of these videos. They're all so colorful. They all, give off this sense of personality, and they're so likable. Like who would look at this and be like, I hate them. Like you must be an asshole. If you look at one of these pictures and been like, I don't like them at all. Like that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. She cosplayed Zelda? I didn't even see that. Where was that? Are you talking about this? The elf?
About me, they said, he said, she said, his cousin, brother don't like me. She's too much, she's OD. Calm down, she need to hush, you don't laugh. Ooh, girl, what's tea? Heard they talking about me, they said, he said, she said, his cousin, brother don't like me. She's too much, she's OD. Calm down, she need to hush, you don't laugh.
It does look like Zelda. It does, especially with the elf ears. But they're so cool. They're so cool. And I wish them the best. I wish them the best. And I think they're going to do well. I was listening to the music on Spotify. And I will say that although they all kind of like are on the same beat, it's still like it's good. It's good. It's good for the audience that they're going for, and honestly, it's like, it's very good hype music. I can imagine just about all their songs playing in a club somewhere. So listen, they better fucking get the bag, okay? In addition, actually that's it for the music stuff, okay? So just Flyana Boss, okay? Go check him out. Beyonce tour starting in the US. Snoop Dogg is talking about SAG-AFTRA, and the people who are coming next to strike might just be the musicians. Next thing is Barbie versus Oppenheimer. This is a big one, okay? Barbie versus Oppenheimer. And the only reason why I'm saying this is a big one is because I don't give a F about Oppenheimer at all. And Barbie is probably the most advertised Hollywood production I've ever seen in my entire life. Wolfie, hi, how are you? I forever hear hello Crest about to sin again. I'm like, yes. What's up? Hi, PH3. What's Oppenheimer? See, exactly. Exactly. I mean, what the hell's Oppenheimer? Now, Oppenheimer started popping up on my feed, on my Twitter feed, like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And I was like, why is like every single post like Oppenheimer? And I'm like, what is this? I've never heard of this in my entire life. I don't know. And I still don't really care to know. But in either case, it's a movie that's coming out. I think it's by James Cameron, right? Who's creating Oppenheimer? And it has that guy from Peaky Blinders. And it's about some war. It's some war. Here, we'll watch it. Barbenheimer.
This is a national emergency.
Detonator charged.
Wolfie, I hope that you've been well. I'm so glad to see you. Christopher Nolan. Okay, James Cameron, Christopher Nolan, you know, similar.
We're in a race against the Nazis.
Okay, World War II.
I know what it means.
Nazis.
If the Nazis have a bomb.
Do they have a bomb?
They have a 12-month head start.
18.
How could you possibly know that?
We've got one hope. All America's industrial might and scientific innovation connected.
So this is about
here.
creating an atomic bomb?
A secret laboratory. Keep everyone there until it's done.
Let's go recruit some scientists.
Build a town, build it fast. If we don't let scientists bring their families, we'll never get the best.
Why would we go to the middle of nowhere for who knows how long?
Why? Why? How about because this is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world?
You're the great improviser, but this you can't do in your head.
I don't know if I believe that mustache on Matt Damon's face. It's bothering me. Just being honest.
Near zero.
What do you want for theory alone?
Zero would be nice.
This is a matter of life and death. But I can perform this miracle.
World War II would be over. Our boys would come home.
I love that guy as an actor, though. I will say, I ate Peaky Blinders up.
World,
I watched that fucking
well, remember this
shit
day.
so much. Well, everything. He's a great actor.
Our work here
I forget what his name is. It's based on the Manhattan Project.
Mankind has never seen. Until somebody builds a bigger one.
You are the man who gave them the power to destroy themselves. And the world is not prepared.
The world is not prepared.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Truman needs to know what's next.
2.
What's next?
1.
Wow, amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, PHE, if I was smarter and I knew what the Manhattan Project was, then I would probably be able to give you a better answer. Unfortunately, I have no clue. But the world is never prepared for this. I mean, it seems like a cool movie, I guess. That's not something that I'm going to go and see in the movie theaters. However, they're apparently set to make $50 million on, or projected. That's what they're hoping for. That's their goal, to make $50 million on opening weekend. And Oppenheimer and Barbie are coming out at the same time, apparently going head to head. It's completely different audiences. They're not really going head to head. But in any other case, there is supposed to be 2 big blockbusters coming out. And it's just about to happen literally this Saturday, Friday, something, whatever. interesting, I suppose, as far as Oppenheimer goes. I just had this flooding my Twitter feed like last week, so I didn't know what it was either. I still didn't know what it was until we just watched this trailer, so that was interesting. So as far as Barbie goes, like Barbie, like the amount of advertising this movie has had, Barbie movie, thank you, is really quite just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Get out of my face. But there's been like multiple like restaurants that have been taking Barbie themes. There's been a pink billboard. There's been like toothbrushes. There's been cars. There's been ice cream flavors. There's been candles. There's been outfits. There's been like, it's just been absolutely crazy. Like there's been, I think there's, I forget what bag designer was creating a Barbie bag, but like, it's really crazy how much advertising went into this movie, and they're apparently going to be making $100 million over this next opening weekend. So that's interesting, and especially in the face of the SAG-AFTRA strike that's happening, like it's really interesting. And then you actually see like this crazy dynamic, because as this is happening with the SAG-AFTRA strike, not James Cameron, what's his name, Christopher Nolan is apparently appearing on the picket lines to like picket for the people, you know, for the actors, and I hope that he is one of those people that is actually like trying to, you know, like get real support and not just being a grifter. But like it's just really interesting to see, like you're just about to make $50 million on this movie, but then you're going to go and on the picket line at the same time be like, yeah, pay them more. But then are you paying your actors the correct price? I don't know. But then again, that's probably not on him. That's probably on the studio that hires them. So who knows? Barbie looks so good. That's also something that I'm not going to see in the theaters, but I hope it's amazing. I'm not like, I like Margot Robbie. I'm not the biggest Ryan Gosling type fan. He's cool. I liked him in Drive. And then wasn't he was also in like The Notebook, right? No. That was Channing Tatum in The Notebook. He was in it was a rom-com. I forget what it was. Or maybe not rom-com, but like dramedy? Wait, no. Dromantic? I don't know. I don't go to theaters like ever. Same. I'm not really a theaters guy, but I would go for Spider-Verse. I will say that. And Spider-Verse actually is the next topic that is on the list. And by the way, clowns, I hope that you enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much for being here. And PLP. But Spider-Verse has set records, dude. Spider-Verse has set records. I didn't grab the link. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has become Sony's highest grossing animated release, surpassing its predecessor with a global total of $390 million. Now, not only that, but like across the board, this movie is being lauded as one of the best works of animation that has ever been put out. It got a 97% on Metacritic or Rotten Tomatoes. I forget which one. An 86 on Metascore. Yeah, like a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes. Is actually pretty impressive. I watched the D&D movie because someone paid for it, and before that was the first Spider-Verse movie. How'd you like the D&D movie? I was curious about that. I didn't want them to like embarrass us, you know, like because you know, like Hollywood, you know, has this like portrayal that they always like I don't know. I feel like they take like that the stereotypical type of like experience and then like portray it as like the, you know what I'm trying to say? They don't do it right. Is apparently that's what I'm trying to say. I feel like they were going to embarrass us with that movie. So I hope that it was actually like good. What did they say for this one? Actually, for that one, Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. It actually got a 90. Oh wow, I'm surprised. And the audience score is a 93%. It's actually the same percentage as Spider-Verse. As far as the or 94%. Okay. Anyway, close enough. Spider-Verse for the audience score. That's cool. But in either case, we need to see it. And I've been talking about it. So we definitely need to go for that. In addition, let's go into games. Final Fantasy 16. An 87 on Metacritic, number 9 on best PS5 games of 2023. I'm curious about this game myself. Have you guys been playing Final Fantasy? Have you guys been enjoying Final Fantasy? I'm curious because I was so excited to get it, and then I found out that they were going to do the thing again where they release it on PS5 exclusively, and then like a year later, or at least they're going to say for now, we don't know. We're not sure about what we're going to do in the future for PC. It might be on the roadmap. And then, of course, a year later, they're going to put it out for exactly the same price that they put it out for a year ago. Meanwhile, PS5 is the PS5 version is going to be like 60% off. Watch. Because that's what happened with Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I was so angry. Not only that, but then Final Fantasy VII Remake is being made into like 3 parts, which is... Come on. But in either case, I still want to play Final Fantasy 16. It's good. It looks amazing. I thought it was funny. 7.5. Okay. That's a fair score. And it looks amazing. Yeah, I know. I'm watching my friends play it, and I'm like, wow, this looks beautiful. This really looks beautiful. And it reminds me of like an adult Kingdom Hearts, you know, like a grown-up Kingdom Hearts. So I really want to check it out myself. 2 games that are on my radar, and I want to put them on your radar, are Exoprimal and Wayfinder. Now, Exoprimal, I don't really know how the initial reaction is going. I feel like it is a game that appeared to be something that it wasn't, because in my mind I was thinking that it was going to be some sort of PvE experience, and I didn't look at the, you know, synopsis of the game or like what the game entails. I didn't look at the about page. I didn't go over to the website. I didn't look at the previews or anything. Well, I did look at the previews. I watched the previews. But Exoprimal actually is like a PvPvE type thing. It's almost like a race, like Gambit, and you're racing towards this one main goal, and then there's another team, and then you'll fight the other team alongside the main goal at the end. Interesting game, looked really cool, but I think that it falls into another just very what's that word? Maybe chunky Capcom game. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. That's kind of like what I see in the Devil May Cry series and Devil May Cry 5. I wanted to love it so much, but it just felt like everything was very, very heavy, and like the movements are very chunky. So I feel like that it might be falling prey to that. But then again, I haven't played it myself, so I can't make any absolute decisions on that. But I will probably be picking up Game Pass because it is on Game Pass, so I'll probably be picking it up and checking it out. So that might happen next week. I have it wishlisted. Don't know if I'll buy it. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be like an enjoyable experience, but I don't know if it's going to be a continuously enjoyable experience. I'm not sure about the replay value on it, you know, because I was expecting something like Dynasty Warriors. I really wanted PvE. That's really all I care about. I at this point in my life, I'm kind of over the whole PvP scene. I play it for fun, but like I'm not trying to like, you know, sweat anymore. Like it's just, let me freaking enjoy my video game, you know? So I wanted PvE, and I was thinking it was going to be more like Dynasty Warriors, but it didn't. My expectations were blown up. I might have had a completely different expectation than other people who have watched the other previews though. So maybe that's just on me. But in addition, there's Wayfinder, and I want to show this game. I'm gonna show you guys the trailer for this game because this looks awesome. I'm just saying, this looks awesome. I'm also in the beta for this game, and I can't wait for it to come out again for the next beta.
Welcome to Wayfinder, a character-based online role-playing game for you and your friends. It's all set in Evanor, a gorgeous world that has fallen to an ancient and mysterious force known as the Gloom. It's up to you to push back against this hostile calamity that twists and corrupts everything it touches. You'll control the chaos as Wayfinders, powerful and diverse characters who are echoes of fallen heroes. After a cataclysmic event, they have been reborn of the Gloom, allowing you to shape both your Wayfinder's playstyle as well as their look. This is the Highlands, one of our large open world areas. Here, you'll pick up quests, find world bosses, participate in public events, and more. You'll also meet up with friends old and new while you're on your adventures. Public events are always more manageable with some help from other players. Each Wayfinder comes with their own set of unique moves and talents, but it's up to you to make your Wayfinder your own.
So essentially what I've heard is that it's sort of like Warframe, where you'll have instance, or like Destiny, for example, where you'll have instanced places. It's not exactly open world, but you'll have instanced maps, and you'll go into the maps, there'll be public events, and then there'll be dungeons that you run. Each dungeon can have up to 3 players, and the maps have like, I guess like max of like 20 or something like that players. So very, very like Destiny, imagine, but then Destiny meets like, as far as like the progression system, I feel like I hear that the progression system is more along the lines of like Warframe. So
pummeling enemies with their
very
up-close
interesting
personal attacks. Each Wayfinder can play a major role in experimenting with different strategies and party compositions.
I wouldn't be surprised if there would be PvP.
After exploring the Highlands,
I feel like that
adding
could
a
be
few
cool.
notches under our belt, it's time to head to our social hub, Skylight.
Like just 1v1. You know what I mean?
Skylight serves as your main hub for taking on quests, turning loot into weapons, as well as other Wayfinders, both of which will be continuously added over time. In addition to unlocking Wayfinders, you can also create unique combinations of abilities and weapons. Kairos excels in dealing damage.
I would
Equipping
fuck
with
this
the
game
rifle
up, dude.
Makes him a powerful addition to a party from a distance.
I would
Skylight's
100%
Gloomgate
play.
serves as a portal into dungeons called Lost
And I feel like this would
Zones.
have the replay
These
of
ever-shifting
the
dungeons
replay
are
value that I
first
want,
discovered
too.
out in the wilds of Evanor, but as a Wayfinder, you can access and manipulate them with your Gloom Dagger. Lost Zones can be directly shaped and modified by you. Mutators allow you to control the chaos. In exchange for better rewards, Wayfinders can influence enemy spawns, environmental effects, and other challenging in-game conditions. We can't wait for you to play Wayfinder later this year. Sign up for a chance to play the game early, now. Thanks for watching.
Beautiful. Anyway, come check it out. You can also sign up for the beta. Very, very, very easy actually. You just go over to the website and you just like click a button and enter your email address. Actually, no. What am I talking about? On Steam, I think you just go into Steam and you go into Wayfinder page and just hit request access, and then they let you in or not. I'll def try. I can never get into Warframe. This looks more... Yeah, same. Like, I played Warframe for a good amount of hours. I played Warframe for, like, I would say around 200, 250, 300-ish hours combined over the time that I've played Warframe. Good game, but, like, it was more about the physics of that game that drove me crazy. It just never felt like it was real. Like, that is the biggest revolution that's happening in games now. Like, everything has so much weight, especially, and you can especially feel it in Diablo 4, which is actually the next game that we'll talk about. But in Diablo 4, it's like, and I was talking about, it's like almost like Diablo 3 meets Dark Souls, where it's just like this, you know, you're like, you actually feel the animation. There is like an actual reaction time that your model goes through, like from when you click the button to like when it actually slashes, you know, and it just feels like more weighty, you know. The Warframe has none of that. Warframe has zero weight. Warframe feels like you're just like floating, flying, just like all around, and it never felt natural enough for me to really love it, you know. I still loved the concept of progression in that game was very, very cool. I loved the mods, and I loved, you know, maybe not leveling up the mods, but I love the ability to just customize in that way with like the mod slots, changing your polarity and everything like that in order to make it fit. And it just that was really, really cool. I did not like the time-based waiting for your research and other things. That was actually bullshit. So if they can avoid the time-based stuff in this game, then I will 100% like it. 100%. Like, you don't need to time things. Like, it just give me something to do that will take almost a day to finish. Like that I would like that more, or maybe not a day, but like, you know, that would take a session of gaming for me to finish. Like, that's what I would enjoy much more than just sitting around waiting 24 hours for something to bake, or 72 hours for something to fucking bake in the oven. Like, that's annoying. That's annoying to me. And then you could, like, you know, just pay for it and make it go quicker. Like, shut up. Anyway, our next thing to talk about is going to be Diablo 4, okay? And Diablo 4 apparently is the quickest. Hold on. This is how they're being advertised. Okay, so it's Blizzard's fastest selling game ever, specifically. Okay, and let's just read this real quick. In the 4 days since early access started on June 1st, Diablo 4 has been played for 93 million hours, or for 10,000 years. Okay, we get it. So let's see. It doesn't give me actual numbers in this article, but apparently this is how they're advertising for it. And the reason why I want to bring this up is just because, do you feel that Diablo 4 deserves awards? This is actually an open question for everybody to answer. Whether you're watching this in the VOD, in YouTube, or live right now, do you feel like Diablo 4 deserves awards? I feel like Diablo 4 deserves acclaim for making up for some of their past mistakes. However, I do not think that the game currently is in the status where I can give it like an actual, like, here's a trophy, you know? Not yet. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do. Exciting thing is going to be on the 20th. We're going to have Diablo 4 Season 1 coming out, and Pietri wanted to stream. So I think we're going to be having a little partnership, and we'll be doing some Diablo 4 things. Right, Pietri? We'll talk about it. If you're here, you can answer in the chat. But I'm excited to see what Season 1 brings. I'm glad that it sold well for Blizzard. Happy. Blah, blah, blah. I just hope that they apply that money towards important things that will actually make the game fun at the end. And a little bit more complicated. That's what I'm looking for. That is what I am personally looking for. All right, the next is we have Apex Ranked. I just want to talk about this because Apex Ranked is in the worst possible state that it could possibly be. I don't understand what... I don't know what they're doing, dude. Like, I feel like there's certain things that would just be like really good for the community. Number one, I've been talking about, I personally have been talking about a solo mode ever since this game started. They came out with a solo mode, they made it a limited time mode, and then they ended it in like 2 weeks. And they said that it was bad for player retention, and they never brought it back. So that I feel like there's just certain small little things that we can. We've been talking about sound since the beginning of time in this game, and how sound is 100% just busted. Like, imagine if they could just like focus on those things, you know? And I love how they're putting out, you know, all the story elements and everything like that. But the story doesn't really help you if you're breaking your game every season. And I just want to show you guys what's going on. I just want to show you guys what's going on in Apex in ranked right now. There's a glitch. Oh shit, I hit a button. I'm sorry. I hit a button. Anyway, so there is a glitch that's going on right now that makes your tridents completely invincible. And the only thing that can damage them are player abilities. So, and I think stuck grenades, like stuck arc stars, might hurt them too. But essentially, everyone gets into glitchers will get into. This is a ranked Masters game, by the way. So people will get into the fucking trident. Why this is a thing? No one knows. Yeah, that's awesome, gas. Destroy everybody. Let's go. Now, as you can see, there's two big issues in this clip. Two humongous issues. Number one issue is that the tridents are fucking invincible. Okay, that's number one. Number two, I think that's clear. That's obvious. Okay, we all got that part. Number two is the fact that these people do not belong in Masters. These people do not belong in Masters. There has been an exploit that people have been using ever since the beginning of the season where you can literally just camp. And because of the changes to the way that the system counts KP, people are just camping and camping their way up into Masters. And it just doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense, dude. It does not make any sense. Because if anybody was actually a Master on this team, I think that they would know that a Caustic is not going to, you're not going to be able to survive in your trident with a Caustic around. So there's so few things that you can say about this. So few things that you can say about this. And they're all just absolutely bewildering. So I don't know what Apex is doing, but they can't, they need to get it together. This is literally from 12 hours ago, by the way. So yes, this is pretty current. Anyway, so the next thing to talk about is going to be possible replacements for Apex, especially in my gaming. And the finals is coming out. And if you've never heard of this game, went to beta a few times. I want to say twice. It looks so good. It looks beautiful. And you can go check it out on Steam. It's just coming soon, so there's no way to know like when it's releasing. However, sorry, I had to do the transition around the middle, so let's do this. It looks so good. It looks so good, dude. Yeah, and it just had its second beta. So I would think that the beta, being that it's the second beta, closed beta, of course, not an open beta, I would think that it's probably within a year at least within a year that we'll be seeing this game come out, might be a nice competitor for the Apex scene. So definitely, you can see that they're definitely looking to get into the competitive scene. You can definitely see that, you know, it has that sort of graphical shine to it. I don't know if there's any clips that I can quickly show you.
First things first, I have to just test the destruction. Cool. So kind of like an assassin class.
Just a little bit.
I think it is a one-hit kill. Yeah, I just got a couple of... Oh, hello, Panda. Goodbye. Yeah, that's definitely a one-hit kill. That was a heavy. Right? Well, that's very effective. What the bloody hell's happened here? The entire building has gone. It's just absolute chaos. I'll test out this knife a bit more.
Just everything falling apart, like just chaos everywhere. I feel like I would enjoy this too.
2, 3.
Yeah, you watching streamers play this game?
4,
it does look like fun.
5.
Oh, so you have to get
so it's only one hit kill in the back,
from the back.
So it's kind of like the spot.
Interesting. Anyway, so I feel like this could be interesting. I feel like I'm definitely going to play it when it comes out. Next beta, I'm hoping to get into. Or actually, I did get into it. I just didn't get to play it. So, in either case, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Next, we only have a few more things on this list. Actually, I think we only have one more thing on this list. And that is the current love, Star Rail. Oh, Star Rail is setting records, dude. Star Rail is going for the gold. And I think that this is a testament to exactly what I was saying. Exactly what I was saying, where Star Rail is just the optimal way to present a game that MiHoYo wants to put out. Opinions. Wait, it just got back. Opinions on Exoprimal. I personally haven't played it, but just looking at it, I was thinking that it's suffering a case of the Capcoms, I call it, where Capcom seems to come out with games that are just like very chunky to me. So I was talking about comparison like Devil May Cry 5, where every move, like Devil May Cry used to be a very, very, like back Devil May Cry on the PS1 used to be a very like quick action oriented, etc., etc. But going into the newer instantiations of the series, it's much more like heavy, but it feels almost chunky, and I feel like it might be suffering from that just from what I've seen, but I could be completely wrong. And in addition, I was sort of disappointed because I expected a PvE experience. It's actually a PvEVP game that is sort of there's no like exploration or anything like that. It's just like sort of stage based, and it's more about getting to the objective than, you know, like finding things or exploring a world or something like that. So that's kind of what I was looking. I was looking for more of like a Dynasty Warriors experience that is like maybe like open world or something like that. But I only looked at like the what I saw of Exoprimal before it came out was just the explanations for the different robots, mechs that are in the game. So I did not do any like serious research into the game into like what the developers wanted from it. So that might just be all on me. However, I was sort of disappointed. And it does look like fun's only. That's kind of how I feel too. Like, what is the replayability? What is the replay value of that game? It looks like it could be a fun experience, but is it going to be another game that I just buy and then sits for 8 million years in my Steam library collecting dust, you know? So I feel like it's probably going to be the latter. It's kind of how I feel. But in either case, Star Rail is breaking records, dude. Star Rail beats Genshin Impact with #1, 10 million pre-registrations. Now, this is actually, you know, based off of Genshin's success as well. So we got to take it with a grain of salt. It's not like Star Rail just like was a completely different, made by a completely different company. Like they are able to do more with probably a bigger advertising budget, probably, you know, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. But the thing that really
first things first, I have to just
leads to the Star Rail being a record setter. What is going on here? I don't know. I don't know if this link is gonna work. We're gonna pray it does though. Okay, it does. Good. That looked like a weird link. It had a period at the end. I was like, huh? But anyway, so this is the important thing. Data obtained by AppMagic shows that Genshin Impact generated 53.8 million revenue in May, representing a 38.6 decrease from 87.7 million in April. In contrast, Honkai Star Rail surpassed 132 million in revenue over the month, almost 3 times as much. Three. They hit it on the nail, dude. They hit the freaking nail on the head with this one. And like I was saying before, I feel like this is definitely the most optimal way for a game like this to be presented, especially if it's going to be mobile and PC. The mobile side of things is sort of like borked. Like, you can't really do everything on mobile, or at least feel comfortable doing everything on mobile, you know? In Genshin, you know, if it's timing your ults right, like, you know, getting a perfect 3-star Spiral Abyss on your phone is like, you must be God. You have to be like a 90 million IQ gamer in order to do that. And Star Rail, on the other hand, is much more simple. You hit a button and you let the freaking thing auto battle, or you know, you can do whatever you want in between your turn or whatever, and it just makes it to be a much more pleasurable experience. And I feel like this is they're going to see some major returns from this game. This is only the first month that this game has been, or the first 2 months that this game has been out. Okay, 132 million is crazy. In either case, y'all, I think that's about it. That's about it for... I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. See, my stream deck is now borked again. Why it does this, I don't know. I thought that it was working. I thought that I fixed it. And then, you know, and then it just like turns around and then does this to me. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what I do to deserve this. What do I do to deserve this? I do fucking, you know, like I do... But in either case, y'all, it has been a fun Topic Tuesday day. Wait, hold on. I actually have. Hold on. Hive. Here we go. Topic Tuesday day. Okay, y'all, and let's get some music going. Let's get some music. 1.2 story update also comes out tomorrow. That is very true. The 19th, we're going to be seeing 1.2. My husband Blade is coming! All over all of us. All over all of us. Everywhere. All right, y'all. Not me. You could be in there, though. I'm just saying. All you do is just download it. Not unless that oh my goodness. Okay, now all right, just give me a moment, y'all, as I set up. I also can't wait until I can get a an actual office and studio so that I don't have to do this each time that we do a music live stream. I probably should have muted the mic as I go through this because you could probably hear like all those low frequencies. 273 pulls currently saved. Yeah, you should have. 3 more weeks until I can get my wife. Yeah, Kafka's gonna be crazy. All right, let's make sure that we have all the sound and everything. Let's change it to music on. Actually, hey, nice pull. Get him, Bailu. I can't wait to get my C6 Sampo pulling for Kafka. And I'm praying so hard that I get an easy pull on Blade. Because I don't know if I have enough Stellar Jays to guarantee both of them. All right. So now, next time when I do this, I'm gonna have to do it in 2 separate streams. Maybe I should do it in 2 separate streams still. Maybe we can pause and come back and I'll update my titles. Because my in order, like, we're streaming on multiple platforms now. The rules of this stream are essentially for any donation $1 or higher, you can request this song. And I will learn it live on stream. Since I want Sampo, I feel like I'm gonna get Serval Chaotic. Like every single pull, I was gonna be like Serval. I'm gonna be like, fuck. It's gonna be the same exact thing that happened with Ching Chue. Except Ching Chue is actually freaking crazy. Not saying that Serval's not crazy. But if I have Kafka, like, I already have Kafka, I already have Sampo. What I'm supposed to be like 2 Nihility people on the team and then not have an abundance? Like, hello. Like, I already have all the people that I need. You know what I mean? Sampo. Oh, I was like, what is that sound? It was my wire rubbing on top of my monitor over here. I was freaking out. But anyway, yeah, so like, what's the purpose of a Serval? What is Serval? And the new Fizz, yeah, Luca actually looks cool. I said, as I was watching the 1.2 live stream, we were watching it on Sunday together, and I was like, Luca looks like a fuckboy. And he looked like a douchebag when I first saw him, but then I saw his animations, and his animations look like a 5 stars animation. So I was like, okay, he's cool. He's cool. And he has the freaking Mega Man arm, dude. Come on, he's cool. I need power. Yeah, so I'll probably end up if I get Luca, I'll be pretty happy with that. I'll be pretty happy with that. What I wanted though is a Yukong. Oh my goodness. I really wanted Yukong C something or an E something crazy. But I got E2 Yukong from this last pull. And in this next update, we are going to be getting a free copy of Yukong. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I will do so many nasty things for more copies of Yukong. All right, actually, what I am going to do is change the titles for the streams. I am going to reset it just so I can put my donate link up, just that other people on the other platforms will know what to do if they want to participate.